Hello, Heartland fans. From the ranch once more, greetings. If you're seeing this video, we're quite sure you're as excited as we are about Heartland's return. It's amazing to think that the show has come this far, but Season 18 is now available. Growing up next to the Bartlett-Fleming family has brought us many tears and laughs. A new chapter in the history of the program is about to begin, and Episode 1 seems to be setting the stage for one of its most dramatic and moving seasons to yet. Let's talk about what we know about Episode 1 so far and what we may expect from this season. Heartland has always been a show about family, resiliency, and the connections that bring people together. It's also a show that doesn't hold back when talking about tough topics like love, grief, and the challenges of running a family ranch. Heartland is known for its compelling stories, and Season 18 seems to be bringing us even more of the same. First, we need to talk about the major challenge the ranch is first facing. In Episode 1, the Bartlett-Fleming family will be dealing with a devastating drought. The ranch's survival is at risk due to this drought, which is more than simply a small setback. We're talking about their animals, their crops, and everything else they've worked so hard to keep. As you might imagine, there's a lot of stress. Drought conditions on the ranch could have disastrous consequences, forcing the family to make tough decisions in order to live. The family's decision to diversify their livestock is a big change that we want to see early in the season, possibly starting with Episode 1. Indeed, folks, bison are being introduced. Though it's not something we ever expected to see on Heartland, it's a bold and ingenious decision that could help the family get through this difficult moment. Growing bison is based on the idea that they will do better during the drought because they are adapted to harsher surroundings. Additionally, it opens doors for fresh business ventures like direct-to-consumer sales. We hope to see some excursions to farmers' markets, which will add a lively aspect to the program. We must, however, also take into account how emotionally serious this situation is. Jack, the head of the family, has always maintained a close relationship with the land. He will be extremely devastated to learn that the ranch is in jeopardy. Jack has always been a symbol of strength and tradition on the show, but this drought might put him to the test. What action plan does he have? More importantly, what impact will this have on his relationships with the rest of the family and Lou in particular, given they will surely have different ideas about how to handle the situation? Speaking of Lou, in Season 18, she will have a lot more to do at the ranch. We expect to see the beginning of this change in Episode 1. Now that she is not the mayor of Hudson, Lou can dedicate more of her time to her family and the ranch. But Lou being Lou, she won't sit back and watch. No, she'll get involved, which will definitely lead to conflict. As past seasons have demonstrated, Lou and Jack don't always agree, particularly when it comes to how the ranch should be run. Jack is a stickler for tradition and believes in doing things the way they have always been done. But Lou is more concerned with business. She's always looking for methods to improve and boost the income from the property. This conceptual divide will undoubtedly lead to conflicts in Episode 1 and throughout the season. We wouldn't be shocked if Lou takes the lead in advocating for bison farming because it would intensify the tension between her and Jack. And Tim is the other one. Tim has a tense relationship with nearly every character on the show, as everyone knows, and it's likely that things will remain that way this season as well. Lou's increased responsibility at the ranch may make Tim feel as though his place in the family is in danger. Since he has always taken the initiative to find answers when things get tough, we want him to be totally committed to the task. The drought is putting the property in jeopardy. But as Lou starts to exercise greater authority, what will he do? Will he give in and allow her to take the lead, or will he struggle to maintain his position in the family hierarchy? This new relationship between Lou, Jack, and Tim will be important to one of the season's primary plots, and we can't wait to see how it all turns out. Now, let's talk about Amy's romantic life, which is definitely on everyone's mind. Since Ty's tragic passing, everyone has been wondering if Amy will ever find love again. Season 18 will be much hotter than Season 17, which hinted at some things to come. Episode 1 of Season 17 is expected to introduce Amy, Nathan, and Caleb's possible love triangle. Many fans were rooting for Amy and Nathan to go further in their relationship as their chemistry became clear. But when Caleb entered the picture again, things got more complicated. Caleb has always had a special place in Amy's heart, even though he moved away from Hudson to be closer to his son. It looks like he is moving back permanently. The most important question is, who will Amy choose? Nathan makes sense, he's dependable, reliable, and clearly worried about Amy. Still, there's a history between Caleb and Amy, and from behind-the-scenes information, we can assume that this season will be more of a cat and mouse dynamic between them. What does that mean? There seems to be a lot of back and forth, tension, and maybe even some love sparks between the two, though we can't be sure. You're probably torn between the two, just like us. Nathan appears to be the ideal match, on the one hand, considering everything Amy has been through. Still, there's something about their relationship that seems right, and you know Caleb. Tell us in the space provided below. Which team do you play for, Caleb or Nathan? We're interested to see how the storyline plays out in episode 1 and beyond. As the adult characters take on the main ranch issues in season 18, the younger characters will also be in the spotlight. More focus should be paid to characters who have been growing over the last few seasons, like Katie and Parker. In episode 1, they might take on more responsibility at the ranch or maybe go on some new adventures. Before we go too far, there's one more big myth about Tim's health that needs to be dispelled. We're all holding our breath since there have been hints that Tim might be having some serious health issues this season, even though nothing has been confirmed yet. Tim has always been a controversial character, while some love him and others don't. He is without a doubt a valuable part of the Heartland family. Sincerely, we don't think we could handle losing another important player like Ty. Heartland Season 18 is almost here, and we can't wait to see what Episode 1 has in store for us. There's so much to anticipate, such as Amy's romantic life, the reunion of old acquaintances, and the challenges posed by the drought. Mark September 29th or October 6th, depending on where you're watching, on your calendars, to get ready for yet another amazing season. In the interim, let us know in the comments section below what you're most excited about. Which team do you play for, Caleb or Nathan? Do you think there's a risk to Tim's well-being? Which character is the most eager to make a comeback? Don't be afraid to share your theories and thoughts with us. We appreciate your time, Heartland lovers, and hope to see you in the future video. Until then, take caution and enjoy the countdown to Season 18.